While we have the chance, we are about to experience the altcoin season that we have so long been waiting for. I have a few signals in today's video that I'm going to be sharing with you. But if you really want to know the juicy of this all, I'm about to do a series of pretty darn awesome videos over the next few days, broken down into a number of parts for cycling your profits in and out, rotating your capital from one narrative to the next. If you want to know more about that, well, my friends, you best go ahead and subscribe to the Crypto Bliss community. And thank you for being here with me. Now, I know it's been some days since I was last with you. However, ladies and gents, I have always told you that this channel is a beautiful hobby for me. I will do whatever I possibly can to be here with you, my community, as often as I possibly can. Truth is, I run some businesses. I have a lot of work, a lot of people to manage and to talk to all the time. And my systems are still building at this purpose, at this moment. So without hesitation, let's jump right into today's narrative, which of course is all about altcoin season. So we have not yet hit altcoin season. In fact, we're still in Bitcoin season at about 29. But there is one thing that I do want to share with you right now, because altcoin season seems to be possibly making its way. We've now hit 29. We've broken through the Bitcoin season area, which is here. And normally when we do break up, we do see crazy pumps in the altcoin season, okay? We can see some heavy fluctuations, but in all the narrative, you can see it's quite simple. When we're overheated and in huge Bitcoin season, we make a pump generally up to the altcoin season side. So I do expect us in the next couple of weeks to make the craziest pumps that we have seen this cycle. And if you have not yet gone ahead and used my Bybit link down below, you can grab yourself up to $30,000 deposit bonus, and you can go and trade with me. You can invest in any of these coins. I'm just going to quickly run through in a moment, but make sure you use my Bybit link down below. You can see that, yeah, we're kind of hovering right now. Truth be told, on Bitcoin, we're really waiting to break out of this area. And have a look at this very simply, right? We're making a W formation here at this point. Breakout level, boom, up to the next level. So once Bitcoin does that, I believe we're going to have a massive pump to the upside. Now, once again, you can see here that we're just finding some support here. We have a massive next pump up ahead of us. Look at where we're at. We still have this rally to really pump up. Now, I believe we could possibly see a little bit of a pullback. Okay, people might just get scared and think that that's the top, etc. But I believe Bitcoin is going to go absolutely catapulting right through to the 180 to 250 level at the very least. 300,000 my target. My objective would be maybe asking a little bit too much at this point, but anything is possible here, my friends. And so by way of saying that, you best be knowing that we are still going along. Okay, this here is still creeping up. Okay, it is still higher than that peak, so doesn't matter the pullbacks. This would be a time to sell, take some profits, wait for the rotation period, enter the rotation period, and maximize profits. Okay, we will touch base on that in one of those videos later on this week that I'll be doing for you. But let's go and have a squiz at Ethereum, because Ethereum, of course, is the leader of altcoins and altcoin season. Now, Ethereum, you can see, is kind of hovering down here too. It was a fake out here. We found some support, and I believe in the next couple days, we should see Ethereum somewhat start to make its way back up to the 3,500 level. However, Ethereum right now may not be showing us all signs of really breaking out, because we still have a long time to get through this downsloping level. But as you can see here, we're really in a very strong, what seems to be a massive bull flag here that a bull pennant, which is getting ready for its explosion. Currently, we're here and we're experiencing an accumulation phase on Ethereum. Now, here's a little bit of a different sign, right? Because the total crypto market cap gave us a very strong signal candle above the EMA ribbons with a bottoming out pattern. This is telling us we're waiting for liquidity to absolutely pump through here. Look at where we're at. Could we pump and break through this resistance level? We may then have this such massive pump up here, and we hit this $4.5 trillion level, boom, and crash back down to the 3.7 odd trillion. That's a lot of money to go in and out of the market. Now, I don't know. I don't have a lamp, and nor do you. Nobody else does too. And that's exactly why I just do not believe that we could make a massive just one move up. It's going to be a slow grind considering the place that we have come from and where we currently are. And with that said, the slow grind up, honestly, where I'd be happy to have a much longer, prolonged cycle where the gains potentially are not this massive blow off top kind of scenario that we had in 2017 or in 2021. So at the point of this area, we really have to take this so absolutely serious. And for that moment now, we are at this point. But when we look at Bitcoin dominance is somewhat still potentially looking for higher highs. Are we going to find some support on the EMA, or do we have a double top scenario here? I just don't know. But honestly, if we do break the ribbon, that will be the signal, and we remain below the ribbon for maybe 2 to 3 weeks. That would be the signal for me, my friend, that altcoin season has truly started. Okay. And that you can see applies to all other times in history for altcoin season. But right now, that isn't where we're at. So all I'm going to say to you is position yourselves in the best possible returns, because right now the money is flowing into the biggest layer one protocols assets. Okay. And I will be doing a video on that for you later this week. And I will be sharing with you which ones are dead, which ones maybe some gems that could give you some really good gains, or which one are just going to like 1, 2, 3x. If you want to know more about that, then make sure you are subscribed to the Crypto Bliss community and you have added some liquidity to your Bybit account, so that by the time I do those videos, you're going to know where to invest. So now, for now, guys, I would say we're probably going to sit around here for another 3-4 days. I do believe that we could be even sitting here up until the 17th of July, and that's because we could be expecting interest rate decisions. Now, what are the current narratives that I'd expect to possibly come second or third after the layer ones? Well, first of all, deepen, without a doubt. I would probably say that DeFi would come first. So let's have a look at DeFi first. Okay. DeFi is decentralized finance. Okay. Now, decentralized finance is literally about to take over Wall Street. The majority of it is backed out by Ethereum, as you can see with Lido and Wrapped Steth. Okay. We can see here that Hype Liquid, which I've been speaking to you about for some time now. I mean, honestly, guys, I think we could possibly on Hype Liquid get up to a 60-70 billion dollar market cap. I would not be surprised. Maybe even 90 to 100 billion dollars. If we do that, that's like an 8 to 10x on just that coin. Okay, do you see what it is that I'm saying to you? Rotate, 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 rotate. Okay. And so what I'd like to say to you is that Chainlink, I mean, I think that'll do pretty well. That's like the connector of all crypto assets on the back end for real world, Deepen, and DeFi. So that was probably the strongest in terms of its ability to conduct what it says. Although it's a bit It's a bit of an old narrative at this point, and I think people want something more exciting. But we'll touch base on these things later. Aave. I started with Aave today myself, to be very honest with you. I have never used Aave because I just haven't taken the time to get to use Aave, but I started using it today and I staked my ETH in Aave, and I have had some great fun with it. I must say it's a really good platform, and I do see Aave, because of its ability to stake, probably having at least a 10x pump on this coin. Okay, massive energy coming out of there. Ondo, same kind of thing. Jupiter, possibly. Say, I've spoken about before. Injective, maybe. Syrup, USDC have been pumping because of the way that, I mean, look at this, 1-to-1, right? It's a little bit upsetting to see that, but anyways. Pancake, possibly. Curve, possibly. Lido, maybe not. Radium, Aero, possibly. I mean, Pendle, yeah. Pith, definitely. So we'll touch base on some of these at a later stage, but let's go and have a look. I mean, just look at this. DeFi is currently worth about $112 billion. I think DeFi in itself will absolutely, without a doubt, be going to at least a 10x from where we're at today. And that means like 1.1 trillion out of this entire market cap, my friends. That's a big ask for us right now. Make sure you subscribe, because I see that Deepin at about 16 billion could possibly also do at least a 10, maybe 15x in its total. With projects like Tau, maybe a 3x at the beginning of the season, maybe a 10, 20x later. I don't know, but it's $3 billion at this point. 10x is going to take us to $30 billion, right? Render's high up there. Filecoin to the graph. Theta, absolutely amazing. I own quite a stack of Theta. Jasmy, amazing. I've always spoken about it. AOS, amazing. Grass has been pumping. I do like it. Arweave, a cash. Aether, things like Origin Trail, even hot. Anchor, possibly. Cheer, yes. World Mobile Token, maybe. Flux, yeah. Hive Mapper, absolutely, my friends. Hive Mapper is great. Okay, Peak Protocol, for sure. Ocean, yeah. So there's so many here that you could possibly look at, but I'm not here to go over much of these anymore. What I do want to share with you, however, is that even though we're currently sitting in this area, we can see that when we're at the bottom, we break through and we pump right up to the altcoin season index. Now, the last time we had a really strong altcoin season index was actually 13th of Jan 2018. That was really when all of this liquidity pumped in. Once we broke through the Bitcoin seasons area, look at what we did here, my friends. I just want to say to you, just so that you're aware of this. 13th of December 2017, okay? Boom, it's got to its peak at 16th of January 2018. That literally means that altcoin season was 1 month to the T. 1 month, my friends. Okay, same thing here. Once we broke out here, okay, I mean, I would even do it from here. 23 of October to 12th of March. This was like 4 or 5 months altcoin season. This here, let's see here. This was 14 Jan 21 and 2nd of April. So 3 months there. This one here. This one here. 13 June 22 and 19 August. So that's 2 months. Okay. I think you get what it is that I'm saying to you. Altcoin season is so short. If you blink, you will miss it. Okay. You have approximately 1.5 months on average to bank your altcoins. That is it. Okay. Last thing I'm going to share with you is, because we're still in the Bitcoin season, we have not yet got to where we are. However, there are cryptos that have been outperforming Bitcoin over the last 100 days. Okay. Syrup, Virtual, WIF, S&P 500, Aave, like I just spoke to you about, one of the top there. Fartcoin, Fetch, ETH, Floki, PayPay, XMR, Uni, Injective, Sui, Sol, Sky, Bitcoin Cash. Oh, there's Bitcoin down there. Although I think this is a little bit higher, to be very honest with you. Bitcoin surely has to be around this 80% mark here. But if this is the document, don't hold me accountable, hold BitGet accountable, guys. But you can see that all of these coins have been in the green pretty much. Even BitGet itself is up 6%. But you can see here that really PYUSD, Curve, Crow, Theta. I mean, Theta's down a little bit, even though I'm saying it to you. So honestly, some of these are at hugely discounted prices right now. Okay. And all I'm going to say to you is some of them may be dead. Some of them may come back from the dead. And if you want to know more, then you best subscribe right here with me on the Crypto Bliss channel. And just make sure that you are prepared using my Bybit link down below, put in the cards in the description for you. And then together, you and I are going to make some good gains, my friend. So, thank you for being here with me. Once again, I truly appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one.